Hey, what's up fellow YouTubers, fellow toy nuts and toy collectors? This is Odie, and thank you for stopping by my channel. This here will be a review on Bandai's Power Rangers Super Megaforce. This is your Q-Rex Megazord. Very, very nice. Obviously, very different from the Super Sentai, but this is also a toy that's $29.99. So, please, people, please stop comparing it to the Super Sentai version. It is not the same thing. It only looks like it. Front of the package there. Side of the package kind of tells you what the keys can do in terms of you can use the Mobi rate, Morpher, your keys, so you can kind of scan it, and you can also just kind of play with them. You can launch vehicles and stuff like that. There's a picture of him in Megazord form there, in Q-Rex Megazord, or humanoid form, whatever you want to call it. Back of the package shows you all the different things you can do. How you can combine them with the motorcycles if you're into those. Last thing that I haven't picked up yet, I haven't seen him yet, so that should be probably one of the last things actually to collect for this series, and it's pretty much over for me anyway. I don't do the bikes. I do have him, the Lion, and stuff like that, and I did pick up this guy here, but you know, you'll see him on the next review. Then this side of the package just kind of, again, talks about the keys, the app, all that good stuff, and it's just transparent there. And again, it talks about, you know, there's some sweepstakes going on. That's kind of cool. And again, the front of the package, not a big deal. Pretty nice figure. Again, unfortunately, I don't own the Super Sentai versions of this, so I can't give you any comparisons on it. I can only give you my opinion on what I think of the toy so far. But again, for $30, it's very, very big difference from purchasing a you know, $100 and something toy. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. What are the ages on this? At the end of the day, it's a 4 up. So it is made for kids. It's not for collectors. But yeah, let's open them up and let's check them out. Okay, and there he is out of the package in his dragon form. He does come with the Dino key. And the only thing I can see different from this Dino key from the one that comes in the 3-pack is that he has gold, an extra gold stripe there in his forearms, as you can see. Other than that, if you look at the keys, I don't know if it's maybe a factory issue, but his neck is longer on the 3-pack, and his head seems to be sunk in a little bit. And I want to say almost the heads are a little bit different. Not much, but just a tad. Other than that, though, when you look at the the key, they're exactly cut the same. So they're going to make the exact same sound. And just to kind of prove it real quick, before I get into transformations, we'll just do that now. So it's the same key, so that's kind of cool that you get to put another one in, and it does that. But anyway, so there you go. So at least that's that. Pretty much done with the keys so far. So again, let's get to transformation. So this guy looks pretty nice. Again, he's missing a couple paint apps. You might want to paint the anchors there and whatever. That's something that, you know, you can do later on if you so wish. If you don't want to, doesn't matter. But, you know, those are some of the things that I see missing. Other than that, though, he's kind of skinny compared to the original Sentai version. Because, you know, again, I don't own it, but at least I've seen it. I like his tail. His tail's pretty nice. It's a nice drill. There's a gimmick there, and I'll show you that in a minute. His feet are nice and big. Yeah, he's a pretty big guy. Pretty big guy. And you don't need the regular Megazord to you know, be able to you know, to kind of have them together, because he actually doesn't share anything with anybody else unless you're doing the super mode, and that's when you're using the Turbo Ranger, the Megazord, and then his parts. So you can just have him by himself if this is all you want to actually pick up. In terms of articulation, there's not much to it. His arms can do this, as you can see. There's no elbow joint, so it's not going to turn. His face, this is part of his transformation. He has a fist in his mouth. But you know, you can open up his jaw a slight bit, and it looks like he's growling, which is kind of nice. His neck is a little bit weird. He has a hole there in his neck, so you know, it's not too attractive. It's probably one of the only things that really bothers me, is that hole in his neck. Other than that, though, it's not too bad. His tail does have, let me bring that down a little bit. His tail does have a little bit of articulation in terms of, because of just what it needs to do. And obviously his legs can do this, and they can turn, and then his feet can point up at least. They won't point down, but they point up a little bit. So that's really as far as you're gonna get with articulation with him. And that's pretty much it. Again, he's taking up a lot of space, and I'm kind of close, but I can't really get any farther. So yeah, that's pretty much that. I'll show you. I'm gonna kind of go backwards. A lot of people will probably do this and then do robot, then do the drill. I'm actually gonna do the drill, and then just because it's more fun, I think. So let me just kind of break them apart. So basically, take out his arms. I feel that these things won't last too long. They seem to waste, and I already have an issue with the regular Megazord on one of his feet. But I don't know. So anyways, take that off. Take that off. This has a little bit of a positioning thing there, just to kind of make it do that, but you can just kind of keep it straight at that point. You leave it on, really. Actually, you don't even need to remove it, just leave it on. You're gonna take these moving forward, and that's it. Take his head, take it out, put it on that weird peg, and he's done. That's it. The only swap that you're going to do is his arms were like this. They're actually going to go like this. So you take this one, it's going to go under here like that. You can actually also bring this down and do that also. I believe actually they want you to do this, really. I think it's better clearance. Take this one. And the reason you have to swap them is because their legs, the way they're positioned, see the threads are like that. If you did it the other way, they would hit each other and it just wouldn't fit, unfortunately. So now you can kind of put him down. And already, he rolls really well. Now again, if you don't flip this, he's just going to be lower on his back. It'll still work, but it'll just be a little bit lower. And you kind of want that clearance because his legs are so big. So then you take this foot, push that in, push that in. There's a peg, a hole, peg and a hole. And that just didn't sound right the way that I said that. Anyway, so that goes there. Turn it around. We put the next two. And there you go. You got drill mode. It's not too bad. It would have been nice if they would have been able to somehow make the drill move as you're doing this. I think that would have been a little bit cooler. You know, again, I don't have the original, so I wish I could compare it. I guess there's pros and cons. They say this is a little bit tighter in terms of the look, but some people still say, oh, it's just ugly. I would never display it that way. And it is what it is. That's fine. The keyhole is right on top, so you can just kind of take any key, and it has to be going forward, and you can just do that. And it would have been nice if it would have been on, like, maybe you could have just wound it up. You know, it feels like you could almost, but it just doesn't do anything unless mine's is broken. But I don't think so because I didn't read anything on the box. So that's all you can do. All right. So again, I like it. I think this is kind of cool. It works for me. It's not too bad. All right. So now going back to robot mode. So take all this out. Open that up, bring that up, leave the hands there, or actually I think you really want to put them opposite of each other again. Well, on the right side there and the other one there. They seem really nice back there. They're almost really out of the way. And you can flip these down again. Doesn't really matter if you flip them down or not. The legs stay the same. Take the left goes with the left, right goes with right. And at that point, he can stand, as you can see there. Then his dragon head, you're gonna keep straight, flip, turn that so it's pointing. Put it right there. Take that one. It already has the hold there. You just bring that down. And there you go. Pretty cool. I think this is actually the only way I'll display them. in robot mode. I think it's the best looking out of the three in terms of like the uniform. The dragon's just too skinny. I like him. He's nice and wide. I think he just looks cool. Again, you can take a key, any key, and you can make believe he's about to do that. You know, that strike, you know, fist or whatever. Forgot what they called it in Gokaiger. But anyway, so there you go. Oh, sorry, I almost forgot these, and bring those out. So there you go. Nice green eyes. I like it. Yeah, it's not a bad toy. Again, it's 30 bucks. You'll need him so you can do the super mode for the Megazord. And you're really only actually using the arms, if anything. But yeah, again, this is part of the 2010 line where you can connect and collect and connect all the parts. So you can pretty much do an amalgamation of anything you want to do, you know, to be totally honest. So you can mix and match as you like. If you want to make him look like he's about to, you know, do that striking pose, you can kind of position him that way. I don't know if it'll hold, but so if you have some way of making him hold, oh, there you go, he's actually holding by himself. So that looks kind of cool. So you can do that. It's a little top heavy, so obviously you want to kind of just leave it there and go with it. Maybe you might want to bring this arm back so it kind of evens them out, but yeah, there you go. So that's a nice way to, I think, go about it if you wanted to do that. I think he's pretty cool. I like him. I definitely suggest him. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please rate, subscribe, share, comment, and I will see you on the next one. Hope you enjoy it. Peace. See you later.